Good morning, beautiful people. And what a gorgeous Saturday, what a gorgeous Shabbat this has been. I am up in the country visiting with my sister. I got to speak to one of my best friends who just lost her husband, and we got to talk for about an hour. I actually think she's going to come to Marseille in April, which will be really fun. She'll get an Airbnb near where I'm staying and be able to experience the magic that Marseille is. So today is Saturday, February 8th. The morning angels had this to say: brooks run free and buds appear. The morning focus was our earthly mother. The deepening was holding a sprouted seed in your palm as you read. So I said to my sister, do we have anything here? And she said, well, we have that whole head of butter lettuce that still has the roots on the bottom. So I grabbed it out of the fridge and I held on to it. And this was the meditation. The path of spirit calls to me to grow, and grow I will. But the journey home will take me far from my roots before I can once again return to the source. Mother, at this time of new outer growth, fill my being with love while my roots are still young. Teach me to use my mind. Teach me to use my mind as servant, never master. And that struck me so deeply because sometimes I have to admit that my mind has a tendency to run away from me. So I said, today I will bring the spirit of planetary stewardship to the growing Essene community. Yeshua literally said to me, you are here. I always knew that my purpose was to remind people their relationship with God, but he said, you are here to regather the entire Essene community and to bring all of us back together. And it feels like such an incredible task, and I'm here for all of it. And then the feelings that I had were happy and excited and bold and all encompassing, and feeling this huge vision of knowing that I am an Essene, and that I am gathering the Essene community back together with the help of Yeshua, Magdalene, Sophia, and Allah. So with that said, I will now dive into Magdalene's gorgeous book, ACIM Lesson 39, My Holiness is My Salvation. Greetings, beloveds. My holiness is my salvation. Let us consider this. If what it is that you need to be saved from is a world that has been created, where you see less than holiness within yourself and within others, then understand, dear ones, that by you fully opening your eyes, your heart, and your mind to your own holiness, it then extends that. You will be able to see the same holiness in another, and it truly is what is going to save you. What you are being saved from, beloveds, is the mind that you have used, that engages in battles, that holds resentments, that feels fear, that feels anger, that feels terror, that judges, that believes in loss, that believes in lack. And as you bring your holiness to each of these situations, to each of these thoughts, to each of these dynamics, to each of these relationships, you will indeed find that your holiness is what saves you and everything that you considered to be the world. Bring yourself to bear for these exercises, beloveds. Allow yourself the moment of experiencing your true essence, your holiness. For your holiness exists in all things and in all situations. Every aspect of you is holy, beloveds. You've merely forgotten, and we are here to remind you. When you bring your attention to your heart, when you allow yourself to love from the place of purity that exists within you and exists within all beings, you come to realize that there is a purity there. There is a grace. The moment of granting forgiveness, beloveds, not only to yourself but to others, gives you a peace that indeed does pass all understanding. Your holiness is your salvation, for your holiness is the true essence of your beingness. For as you were created in the likeness and in the image of the Creator itself, you then imbue every aspect of a divinity. You have a heart that is pure and tender and loving. Allow yourself to come to each situation and to realize that what will save you from the pain, what will save you from the conflict, lies within you. It is not outside of you. It is within you to mold and shape your very existence, so that the experience that you have is one of love, is one of pleasure, and is one of joy. So bring yourself to these lessons, beloveds, and allow them to be what helps you to transform the moment when you feel out of sorts, the moment when you feel that, something is off here, something is not quite right, I am not at peace, and I do not feel whole. And in that moment, when you close your eyes and you take your breath, you breathe within your heart, you find that moment of holiness. And it does indeed save you from the mind, the chatter, the feelings of resentment, the decisions, and the plans that you wish to make the circumstances disappear. And what you come to realize, beloved ones, is that you have been the architect. You have been the director. You have indeed been the one that has created the situations within which you exist. And just as easily as you were able to create them, you may create something anew. You may bring forth love. You may bring forth happiness and joy. It seems quite simple, does it not? However, when the ego has taken its stranglehold upon the mind and upon the heart, there are not feelings of love. There are feelings of revenge. There are feelings of escape. But the escape does not exist outside of you, beloveds. It does not exist in you running away from any particular problem. It exists in you going within and telling your truth to the world. And most importantly, it exists within telling the truth to yourself. As you come to see the truth of you, as you come to accept every aspect of you, all the things that you like, all the things that you are, all the ways in which you think, you begin to get a glimmer of the truth. And you see that there is a majesty within you, a presence within you that has the best of intentions for yourself and all beings. Allow yourselves to live within that peace, beloveds, to know that all created beings, all aspects of existence, have the same heart, have the same love. Forgive swiftly and deeply and often. Forgive yourself for ever having forgotten the truth of you. Forgive yourself for ever having looked upon another and the thought that they were against you. There is nothing that is against you, beloveds. All is for you, and all are indeed on the same pathway back to source, back to love, back to life. So join your arms with another. Recognize that your holiness is indeed your salvation. And as you allow yourself to see the holiness of another, you will indeed come to realize that all that exists is the love that you hold within your heart for yourself and others. Love yourself deeply, beloveds. Allow yourself the grace of self-love. Allow yourself the grace of self-acceptance. Come to see the magnificence that we see in you. As we approach, as we come to you with loving messages, as we come to you with loving guidance, allow yourself to hear our words. Allow yourself to hear our guidance. For sometimes we have shortcuts for you, which would be seemingly the higher road, the swifter road. And if our journey is one in which you desire to continue to curse all creation, then that will be your journey. What is being offered, beloveds, is another way. Imagine if you blessed all, if you thanked all, if you held gratitude in your heart, you would be able to see that your holiness is indeed your salvation. We love you and we bless you, and we will speak with you again. Greetings, beloved ones. Her words are just so precious. Mm. Okay, I'm going to bring her forth. Mm. Thank you, ladies. Greetings, beloved ones. Beloveds, the holiness with which each of us have been created has been through the breath of God. For the breath of God is what allows us to exist. And indeed, as you allow yourself to remember and to give deep and great soul-felt and heartfelt thanks and appreciation for what it is that you drink and what it is that you eat and what it is that you wear and the beings with whom you congregate, you will come to recognize that there is holiness in everything, from the utensils that you use to the trees that you use for shade and for oxygen, to the foods that you eat, to the friends that you have. Holiness lies within each aspect of beingness, beloveds. Are you willing to allow yourselves to remember and to call to you the holiness through gratitude and appreciation? Beloved, we are so deeply grateful for you. Will you allow yourself to be grateful for the beingness that you are? For what will save you? The salvation that comes forth is when you will look upon another and you see holiness within them, for then you truly are able to love another as you love yourself. For the only way that you will truly be able to allow yourself to see holiness within them is because you have allowed yourself to see that precious, beloved holiness that exists within you. This has been our great accomplishment, beloved. We have cleansed and purified our minds and our hearts and our bodies. We have allowed ourselves to recognize the holiness that we are, and it did indeed save us. And this is available for each and every one of you. We thank you for being upon this journey with us, beloveds. We send you our love's breath. Breathe with us and know that as God is, we are. We thank you for your presence. And indeed, we shall speak with you again. Thank you, beloved ones. It's been my absolute pleasure. I love being here with you. And to all of you who catch the replays of this, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Mwah. Blessings, and I will speak with you again soon.